Hey everybody, and welcome back to Rimworld. This is Darren, and it's been a minute since did the last recording. I believe the last one was back in January, so I don't remember too much about what we were doing. Apparently we had just finished building a house. As you can see, I downloaded the DLC. I'll maybe introduce that later, but it changes a few gameplay things, so we're just gonna kind of continue the base game tutorial, accepting a couple mods, but nothing too much. So we're just gonna jump right back in, I think. It's still called New Arrivals, so we'll leave that for now. Eventually it'll ask us to change the name. And everybody's repairing the tomb that we're living in. I might put a pause on that because it's not the most productive thing we can be doing with our time right now. Yeah, it's all set to home. So we're gonna unlist all of the damaged wall there from the home area. That way we can get the new stuff set up pretty soon. Eventually we'll want to fix all that up, but that's not really a priority right now. Like, we should probably do... Is that our grow zone? That might be our grow zone, I don't know. Anyways, we'll worry about that another time. Yep, right over the fertile soil. Excuse me. Yep, you can see from the dark green there. We have potatoes. Potatoes are good. That's all we have going right now. Looks like we set up on a pretty mountainous map, so that'll be good. Lots of minerals and stuff to mine from. So we got berry bushes. I'm gonna go ahead and harvest those. Berry bushes don't yield a whole lot. They're kind of scattered, but they're nice, quick little snacks for the colonists. Looks like we already got some there. Must have harvested some last time. If you're wondering how I did that, you can go over to an item and select multiple ones, usually on the screen. If I double click those, it'll highlight all of the berry bushes. And I just hit the hotkey to harvest them. All the ones that are harvestable, those will pop off. If I want to get all of them, I just zoom out, double click again, and that's all of them on screen there. Like I said, this is kind of our tutorial colony, so I'll try to go over most of the concepts and everything as we go. Some random pants there. What's going on? Oh, they're wearing the flak pants instead, that's why. Yeah, that's all fine. Elder spacer gear, which will get pretty tattered eventually, and we'll have to make new stuff. We'll be harvesting cotton, yeah. And then maybe leather from the animals. I'll just leave that for the wolf to nibble on for now. So what do we need to be working on? We got a stockpile. Just, I don't know, I'm gonna call that warehouse for now. Yeah, I forgot to set the timer for the video, so I don't know how long this is gonna be. I'll just kind of guesstimate. Like I said, I plan on releasing these probably about half an hour or so episodes. Hopefully we can get some stuff going on. That one's injured, still got a pretty gnarly bite from the fox teeth. It's bleeding, but no real danger. It'll heal that off eventually. Just kind of spreading blood everywhere now. And the way the animals are handled in this game, they won't reproduce in the wild. You have to tame them. Otherwise, the only new animals will just kind of wander in from off map at certain times. What in-game day are we on? Oh, yep, 1 day since arrival, so we don't appear to be behind at all, really. I don't want our cat getting eaten, so let's define a area for animals. Oh, like that. Let's get you inside. Oh yeah, I forgot last time I I forgot to set the cat to the animal area, so no point to that almost. Nobody's gonna make off to the steel, so those are fine for now. I have to worry about hauling that. I'm gonna have them. Where's the work orders? Get planting that if you wouldn't mind. Those are the priority levels for the work orders. What they'll do stuff in what order. I forget what all I covered last time. I just kind of glossed over it, but probably be good for a reminder. And they have to trim up the grow zone first before they start planting, so that's what they're doing right now. And if you watch under their bio tab, as they're working on a task, usually if you look where it says progress to next level, they'll show their XP in it currently. Oh, he stopped. Let's try you. You can slowly see it go up if they keep doing the same thing. So I can show you. There we go. It's kind of slow on that one. If you see it says learns at 35%, that's actually kind of the default learning speed. Whereas if they have a minor passion for it, it'll learn at 100% speed. And then burning passions, 150% speed. So if you want to focus on a task, usually best to find the ones with the two flames there. They'll learn it the fastest, and the higher the level, the better chance they have of succeeding and of the speed of it. It's also got little flavor text, like level 10's a skilled professional, and level 4 has some familiarity. So they're just going to kind of be busy with that for now. I'll need to haul that in eventually. As you can see, it's deteriorating because it's unroofed and outdoors, but it'll last for a little while. Grab that later. Let's set up another grow zone for... well, that's a nice little spot. We're gonna put the cotton right there. I might want a bigger field. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna make sure I got enough for winter clothing. Exhaustion, what's going on there? Oh, very tired. Okay, well, let's fix that right now. Oh, yeah, I had them working around the clock to get the house set up, but since we're back into normal tasks, we can just kind of clear all that out and put them on a semi-regular sleeping schedule. Let's see, how many hours is that? That's actually 7. I'm gonna have them sleep 6 hours there, and that's military time, so that'll be sleeping from 10 p.m. till actually 6 a.m. That's when they'll wake up. And I like to give them a little bit of time for recreation variety so that there's actually a need for it. If you look, they need food, they need rest, they need recreation. Those are kind of the main 3. Those contribute to their mood and health and a couple other things, so all of my colonists are extremely tired. Ordinarily, I think I would have them working right now, but they need to go to bed. And we'll fix their sleeping schedule later. Now, I believe these two are a couple. Yeah. Eventually, colonists will get engaged and get married if they hang around for long enough. Yeah, there's the cat spot. It'll go to bed eventually. Yeah, so this is probably going to happen a lot. This game gets kind of messy. A lot of blood and dirt and stuff piles up over time, so we're going to have to clean up eventually. Let's see, they're already throwing trash on the ground. Because, let's see here. Unsightly environment, yep. If stuff is messy or dirty, it provides a mood debuff, and the reason to keep the mood rating high is so that they don't have a breakdown, which is kind of a very common thing in Rimworld. They'll start fighting each other or start knocking stuff over in frustration, breaking stuff. They'll just kind of wander around into potentially dangerous situations. Especially during fighting, you gotta keep an eye on that because they'll just have mental breaks during a big fight, which is kind of important. So, gotta make sure they keep their cool under fire. Speaking of combat, we are gonna have to worry about that eventually. I think check my settings here. Storyteller, adventure, so yeah. We will be having raids eventually. Let me try to see where we are kind of exposed to, so they could come up from the west, or the east, or the north, kind of anywhere. Eventually I'm going to kind of connect these mountains here with walls so that we can kind of funnel in any invaders. What kind of weapons do they have? Nothing, nothing, and a bolt action rifle. Oh, there's a couple of weapons. I don't know why they're not using them. I guess I just forgot. Oh, that one won't fight, so there's no point there. The shooting and melee stats are about fine, so we're gonna go with the gun, I guess, for now, so we can have some range. That one's our best shot, so let me keep there. Alright, well, great. We only have 2 fighters out of the 3. That's going to be kind of rough for our first raids till we get more colonists and better armor and weapons. They're going to want to eat at a table eventually, so they won't stand at the table, I don't think. We got to get them some furniture. Oh, we don't have enough in construction yet to make it a chair anyways, do we? 2, 1, and 1. Yep, they're all terrible at construction, okay. Stools it is. Since this has been the first video in a while, I might let it run a little bit long. Especially because I have no idea what time I've been running. It's probably been about 15 minutes. And over here on the right, that's for the notifications to pop up when stuff is going on. It's saying they need recreational variety. That's another need that they have besides food and sleep. Right now, they can hang out at a gathering spot. They'll just kind of sit there and talk. We'll want to set up a cooking bill eventually. Do any of you cook at all? Let's see here. 7, that's pretty good. 4, and 5. Yeah, so Hiroto is going to be our chef. Already set up, perfect. we'll just set up a bill for cooking meals. For now, we'll just do that forever until we want to restrict that. Because, actually, the meals will not last as long as, like, some of the raw materials, especially the berries and the rice and stuff. That'll actually last a bit longer than the meals, but the reason to make the meals is for nutritional value. It'll actually boost that. These are packaged ones. They don't spoil, but we can't make those yet. We have to research that usually. Let me see where that's at. I believe that's further over to the right. Yeah, you would have to research that. So for now, we'll just be basically cooking berries, I guess. Making meals out of that. Other than me talking, it's actually quite peaceful right now. We'll don't get too used to that. It'll get a little bit more hectic later. I'm just trying to take this time to kind of explain some of the stuff I might have forgot. So we got 116 wood in there. That's actually not as much as you would think. In some of my other games, I try to keep it up towards more like 1,000. Eventually you'll have to refuel your torch lamps, campfires, passive coolers, all that good stuff. Speaking of, what's the temperature? Yeah, it's still only spring, so it's not getting super hot yet, other than in the campfire room. Are they getting a debuff from the heat? Yep, they are sleeping in the heat, which they don't really care for. It's not a huge problem right now. They got a lot of buffs to their mood right now, but like they're hungry, they didn't have a table, they had minor pain, slept in the heat, so they're a little bit cranky. So we're gonna make them some tables to eat at. Sometimes if they're particularly far away, I think it's more than 25 tiles, they won't eat at the table. They'll just kind of stand and eat their food and then be mad that they didn't eat at a table, which is kind of silly, but that's their choice, I guess. So they're gonna work on that. I don't think we have horseshoes set up yet. Yeah, horseshoe pins. So they'll do that for fun. Sometimes I set them up indoors actually, but it'll be fine outside right now. If there's danger or a lot of rain or something, I might move it indoors so that they aren't, standing out in the rain. So how are they on sleep and stuff? Yeah, they're getting recovered. It's 2 in the morning. He's gonna get up real quick here. How does, okay, yeah, so there's quite a bit of dirt and stuff. I'll probably have them start cleaning that as well. Hopefully keep the mood debuffs low. If they keep a clean area, then they won't be too annoyed by that. Got 1.7 days on that. I might just butcher that just so I can get the hide from it, which we can use for clothing and stuff later. I'm not really worried about the food from it just yet. Go ahead and designate some trees to cut down, just so that we don't run out of wood for now, and we'll just kind of get to it whenever. Yeah, it's a little bit earlier for him to be out, so he's got the mood debuff from the darkness. So I'll go ahead and set their work days up. fact, we're gonna make it 3. There we go. Does anybody like building? Nobody likes building, okay. Well, you're awake anyways. Let's have you go ahead and work on construction. You're gonna be our builder for now. Builder and chef. We're definitely gonna want to have everybody training up eventually. I think that's why I was having them repair, because I think they will get a little bit of experience from that. Oh, he built that. That's good. Now they'll have something to do. And let's go into our security. I'm going to set up some wooden barricades so that they can kind of stand and defend from. You don't want it too close because they think the defense is looking ugly. Oh, there's the notification. Just reminding you to set up defenses. You see there's almost kind of a courtyard area going on here in between the mountains, so I might set up some extra walls, but I don't know. Probably some across there, something like that. For now, I think hopefully the bear doesn't bother us, but we'll set up something like that. Make sure they have 3 spots for them. Put a little fort there. Maybe one up here. So they come from that way. Probably anywhere in here would be good. Problem is the trees provide cover for enemies as well as friends. But I don't think it's quite as much as the barricades do. 57 versus 25, yeah. So we'll have better cover from the barricades. One in the north, one in the east, and somewhere here in the west would be good. That one's on our plane, so that'll override it. We'll just kind of put it like here somewhere. Nope, one more. Yep, something like that. Let me see what they like doing. Maybe we'll kind of focus on that for them. So cooking, mining, art and medical. Nothing really we need to work on right now, so we'll just leave that be for now. We'll just have them work on whatever we need currently. We'll split up division of labor when we can afford to do that. Just give them some more construction training. Yeah, go ahead and get those out of the way. Planning's one of the things you want to make sure you do pretty early on. Because it'll take, depends on the plant, like a month or so of in-game time. Each month is 15 days, so we're halfway through. Well, actually, kind of the way they got it split up is their seasons. There's 4 of them: spring, summer, fall, winter. They just kind of mush all the months and everything together into 15-day periods, so each whole year is only 60 days. And once it gets too cold, you can't plant the crops anymore. So yeah, I think we should go ahead and maybe even overshoot it a little bit as far as making sure we got food and stuff to rely on. Because that'll be a fair amount of potatoes, but it's going to take a little bit. And You're going to collect animals over time, and they eat a lot of food. So let's go ahead and get a rice zone set up somewhere. There's a lot of open area here, so that's fine. Because rice will grow quicker, even though you won't get as much food from it. And you know what, just go ahead and go crazy over there. Call it good. There's a geothermal vent, a steam geyser. You can use those for heat. If you kind of build around it, it'll put off some heat. And then later in the technology tree, you can research geothermal power, get a geothermal generator, and that produces electricity for you. So you can run a whole bunch of appliances on that. We aren't quite to that point yet. We're still in, if you want to call it, the tribal phase. It's kind of subsisting here. Just kind of trying to look at what we're going to do here. Gonna haul that stuff out of the way. Got some chunks, let's haul that there. Yeah, I might have him go ahead and finish up the rooms here. I'll put some floors in. The floors won't, the wooden floors, they don't provide any beauty modifier, but they'll get rid of the -1 from the dirt. Or at least the raw soil. Yeah, I guess it'll overwrite that. Let's just be careful not to destroy those. Eventually I probably will, just to make it look nice, give them all sandstone tiles, assuming we have sandstone. Yep, there's sandstone. So we'll kind of quarry that out, turn to blocks, and then lay that out, but the wooden floors will be quicker. Yeah, it's also a little bit more renewable. You can just kind of regrow the wood over time. I'll leave the dandelions for now because they look good to the pawns, the colonists here. Eventually those will die off and then we'll replace that with flooring. I've actually had a house before where that was all dirt, and I just grew the dandelions in it. And that made it look pretty attractive to the colonists. One of the main things is as the player, you may think that something looks nice or designed well, but the colonists may or may not care about it. So you have to kind of watch kind of their needs and stuff. They'll say whether they like their bedroom. They actually kind of like this one right here. There's enough stuff that looks attractive to them. There's like a plus 15. And we have, I think, our first visitor. The faction name's in blue, so they're not hostile, at least. I don't think we have any allies yet. Here's the factions tab. It kind of gives you the breakdown. We actually have 4 hostile factions. Any one of them 4 might attack us. You're from Moraspovexa? Something like that. I think we are completely neutral. If you can get up to relation level 75, they'll be allies and sometimes help you out. But if it drops below 0, they'll turn hostile. Oh, it's negative 75. Yeah, never mind. Get some more berries. Oh, I guess he's out of wood, so we'll switch you over to plant cutting, I think. We're just gonna refuel that campfire. Yeah, I think he's gonna be a minute on that. I'm just kind of tallying over all the grass here. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, the one's already got a tile on it. Sometimes it's hard to tell. That should be enough for now. As you can see, they kind of choose and decide what they want to do, run around, but you can kind of prioritize them to do certain things. Okay, and there's light again. Yep, so it's still quite a bit of a mess. I think with these people you can trade with them if they have the little floating golden question mark there. You would just, if you wanted to trade, you can right click on them, says trade with them, but we don't really have anything too much to offer right now. There's a little bit of money, but I don't think they have anything we want to buy really currently. So I think we're just going to kind of fast forward back to the day. Oh, and it's rain. One of the kind of nice things about rain is it'll wash the dirt and bloodstains and stuff outside away. Less cleaning you gotta do. And back to daytime. So they should wake up and start doing stuff anytime now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have them finish planting and then get some more wood again. One kind of bad thing is they're gonna get debuffed from being out in the rain, but it'll be fine. I might go ahead and have them build a passive cooler, which will cool off this room here that's getting kind of warmed up from the campfire. This will kind of moderate that a little bit. Speed it up a little bit. They're doing their recreation, just kind of hanging out. Oh. Okay. Now if you look and see, they're kind of got that little hand wave bubble that'll pop up. That's their social log. You see they just kind of chit chat about different stuff. Lou chatted about practicing with size with Odile. Odile chatted about spaceships with Lou. Odile chatted about using hammers with Lou. So we'll just kind of talk about stuff, and when that happens, it'll be recorded in their social tab here. They got chit chat and deep talk and crash together. That'll show you a positive or negative, kind of their relationship to each other. So we got some green ones here. So they have a pretty good opinion of each other. So that's always good. If it drops down to the red, they might start fighting, you know. And that can be kind of annoying to manage, just them breaking out into fights and getting injured and then having to recuperate all while you're trying to manage a colony. So we got a pretty good start. They're not particularly good at stuff we need them to do right now, but got pretty good medical if anybody gets injured, so at least they'll be able to patch up each other. And artwork will be nice eventually to kind of give a boost to the quality of the rooms over time. It'll buff their beauty rating. Let me open that for you. Toggle stats from display. So it'll kind of give you a title there. That's Odile Lou's bedroom. It's not very impressive, it's dull, but a lot of that's the beautiness rating and cleanliness, so if we clean it up, it'll boost that rating a bit. It is quite spacious, which is nice. They appreciate that. And the beauty display will show kind of locally what the rating's affected from. I think the what are these called? Limestone Grand Still. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but that gives a buff. All of those negative 14s, that's like dirt and trash and stuff, so we'll want to clean that up eventually. The urns provide a little bit of a buff there, so that'll kind of all add up. There's like some nice little icons down here that are useful. I usually use the stats from display, the beauty display. Fertility's nice. You can kind of see how fast stuff grows. Kind of the pale greens, normal. Dark greens, the rich. The yellow is a little bit slower, and then where it doesn't have any color, this shows everything that's like rock. Nothing will grow on that. And if you kind of just want to see like the regular ground, you have too many stockpiles of grow zones and all that. You can just hide those and then just see the regular terrain underneath. Because once you have a whole lot of stuff kind of layered on top of each other, it's kind of hard to focus on any one thing in particular. And we're just going to go back to speed up a little bit. It's kind of working, lumberjacking, growing, chit-chatting with each other, so really plant cutting and building's going to be most of what we're doing. And better pause that real quick. That's a mad squirrel. Every once in a while they'll just kind of go crazy and start attacking colonists. It shows they're a manned manhunter. I think it'll also show in the wildlife tab. That little red lightning mark means it's a manhunter, so it'll attack any colonists it sees. We're going to go ahead and do a little bit of combat here. because it's not going to give us too much of a choice unless this warg gets hungry and decides to eat it, but I don't think it's going to. Now you can't fight, I believe. Yep. So we're just going to kind of put you out of the way. You have a ranged weapon, so start shooting it. And I'm just going to kind of move you up a little bit there. And hopefully we don't get too many bites or infections or anything. And the colonists, you can see, aren't very good shots to start with, so it looks like we're going to have to beat up the poor squirrel. Shows kind of the status effects here. So, and it's down. I think we're just going to kind of leave it be for now. Yeah, it's pretty dead, so we're just going to leave that there. Oh, that was nice. The cat nuzzled Odile. I think it was. If I can click on him. Nope, it was somebody else. Ah, Lou. That's a nice little buff. It's nuzzled, so animals will sometimes just kind of come up to the colonists. They appreciate that. And we are almost done with that grow zone. I'm just going to go ahead and call that rice. Just so that we know what it's called. Call that taters. And cotton. I think I'm going to go ahead and have them start working on building that floor. Tomorrow, apparently, because they're actually go ahead and work on that. That way at least the room won't be too sweltering when they go to bed. Maybe tomorrow I'll have them finish the floors up there. And one day we'll patch all these holes in the wall. That's not really a huge priority right now. It just means it's got less damage it can take before it falls. I guess he's gonna finish up the floor before he goes to bed. Or at least some of it. It's a little bit patchwork right now, but like I said, eventually we'll cut up some sandstone bricks and then lay those in place of the wood there. Kind of make it look nice. And I don't know if I'm gonna make them live in the tomb forever. I might give them actual bedrooms eventually. There's a nice little hole in the mountain. I might put the prison barrack in there eventually because with the invasions sometimes there'll be survivors and then you can take them prisoner, try to recruit them, or you can release them for goodwill towards the faction that invaded you. there's a few different things. So there's always a room. There's always a need for extra room of some kind. Just put the entrance right there, and something like that. I don't know quite yet, but eventually have somebody stay there. Or that could even just be a bedroom for one of our colonists. That's it for day 3. So didn't get a whole lot done, but I got some crops started. Finishing off the building a little bit more. And got the barricades set up for when we do get invaded. Well, all but that one. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and call this episode here. Thanks for watching, and hope we see you guys again soon. Alright, thank you.